Hi everyone, Emma here. Take a look at what I have. So this is the bracelet we're going to make today. We're going to do like sections so that it makes it easier for you to do so that we don't have to do the whole thing. But we could actually do, like it doesn't take that long to do this part. And actually doing the beading at the end doesn't take that much time either. So we'll see what we get done. But let me just show you a little more close up. So these are the Ginkgo beads. You're going to need two colors. You could do it all one color. I think it's a lot more fun doing the two colors. And you're going to need some 11O seed beads. Initially, so I have two here. Initially, I started this one here, and this is what your first pass is going to look like. And then you go back and you incorporate them so that it creates this kind of loop around the ginkgo on the outside. But I used Miyuki seed beads on this one. And then when I got to this section here, you can see there's a bit of thread. Let me enlarge this and adjust. So you can see there's a bit of thread showing. So, and then of course the space there, those beads should be all together. So I realized I was using the wrong size seed beads. So I went ahead and used Toho, but on this one, but I did find it didn't have the effect that I thought it should, because the effect I feel this design is supposed to have is these are supposed to go. So you might want to take one seed bead off. I think I got this design off the internet. It's not my own design. And the picture showing how to make it shows the seed bead that you originally put between the ginkgos, and then you add two beads and then a cross bead. It just doesn't work. So I think this part here would come down further so that the beads would sort. So we'll try it on the next one. In the meantime, I'm going to leave this one. I actually kind of like it. Like if you flip it this way, these parts here are a bit raised, and I think I'm going to put bezel, some type of Swarovski Rivoli here and put it across the whole thing. But we'll use this one so I can show you how to attach a clasp. And this area here, you can just do however you want to do it. It's, just choice. There's no like one way's the best. So you're going to need 2 containers of Ginkgo beads, and I'll just show you too. This fits along with this clasp, will fit a, now that I have to check that. I think it was a 7.5, but it might have been a 7. So let's just place our mandrel, and you can get these on Amazon. You have to look though, because some of them are expensive and they shouldn't be. You shouldn't pay any more than $20 for one of those. So yeah, so this is 7.5. And actually it'll be, I probably put this extension a little too long. It might be a little bit bigger than 7.5 once the clasp is on. So don't forget to add your clasp. Yeah, see. 7.5. So I didn't need this extension. That's what happens when you design, like you take somebody's design and then you start working it yourself. And I'm like, it's so amazing that I wanted to show you guys. I'm sure you're going to be excited, because I'm sure if you're like me, you've bought a lot of seed beads. I guess I got so excited I didn't thread my needle. I'm using a size 10 needle, so your beads are big enough that will work fine. And I'm using the dragon thread from Potomac Beads, and it's the green one, which I pretty much use all the time now. And so far it's been working great. I did have some problem with the black, and I keep saying I should contact them. The black is really in rough shape. So I am going to leave a tail, and I'm going to do a stop bead. So I'll just use a different color bead for my stop bead. So just grab your bead and bring it down. Okay, so let's leave a tail. So you're coming up through the top, you're going to go through the bottom to create your stop bead. And some people do that twice. I don't need to. I don't feel it needs it. This, especially because it's small, it stays in place. So we've got the pink. I'm going to move this aside here. Put some of these out. And let me bring the camera down a bit there. So it's, oops, probably don't need that many. Oh. Okay, so this first color is says H pink. Not sure what the H stands for. I wonder if it's underneath luster. Pink Picasso. Oh, these are nice. You know what? I bought these, and I bought a bunch of them, and I haven't taken them out of the package yet. These are really nice. That one, I thought the hole wasn't all the way through. So you should check your holes, but you know I say that and I never do. So don't listen to me. The next one is metallic suede purple, and this is so gorgeous too. Look at that. These two together are going to be amazing. So you have to decide which one you want on the outside and which one you want on the inside. And I think I'm going to go with the darker. I did that for the two other bracelets, where the darker one went on the outside. Kind of like you're outlining something. So now what we need to do is pick up the first. Oh, I wanted to mention too. So there's supposed to be approximately 30 ginkgos in each container, and sometimes there's more and sometimes there's less. So what I did on this one, so these were the same, you know, like a closed tube, and when I got to the end, I had 3 extra in the one tube. And that's probably why it's a little longer than a 7-inch bracelet. I think they intentionally put enough in there for you to make a bracelet with. So this is what I did, is I just added it at this end like that. So it kind of looks like it's meant to be there. So we'll see when we get to the end of this. So you're going to pick up your outer. So here's the design. You have, the 2 dark colors, or the outer color that you're going to use, are going to face each other but separated like that. Then your next set of beads is going to be like kind of snug into that one, and then this one is going to be flipped opposite of the other like that, so that will sit like that, and then all the way through. So the reason I'm showing you this is part of the design of the bracelet, so that you know which way to put your thread through, like which hole. So we're going to call this little pointy part, we're going to call it the bottom of the bead, and this rounded part we're going to call the top of the bead. So that's important when I explain how you're going to string things. So we're going to start right here. And the other thing is we're always going in circles. So when you're going in circles, you just keep going. At some point, you're going to have to step over to the next hole, but we'll get to that. So we'll start with this purple one. I might just leave these out for you to kind of see in the corner, because it'll give you an idea. So we're going to pick up from the bottom, and then we need the middle color from the bottom, but oh sorry, we need seed beads in between that. So like that. Then from the bottom, did I do this right? I don't think I did. No. This is where I make my mistake each time. Pick up your first bead, add 3 seed beads. So when you go across from the top 2 holes, you're going to add your picot. So this is what you have to start with. Okay, you're going to bring that down to your stop bead, like that. Now we're going to go into that second top hole, like that. Okay, so now we are going to pick up a seed bead and a bottom middle bead, a seed bead, then a top of your middle bead, and I'll show you in a second. You're going to pick up another seed bead, then you're going to pick up a dark one from the bottom, and you're going to pick up 3 seed beads, and I'll show you what this looks like. Okay. Just set it down. Okay, so let's go through this. You need your first ginkgo. You're going to go through the bottom. You're going to add 3 seed beads. You're going to go through the top, come down. You're going to add a seed bead. So this is the section we just added. So you're going to add a seed bead. You're going to go through the bottom of the middle color, seed bead through the top of the middle color, then a seed bead through the bottom of your outer color, and then 3 seed beads. And we're going to step over into this hole and bring it through. So I'll leave it on the table so that it's clear to you where I'm going here. So just go through. I'm going to put my finger on that just so it doesn't flip all over the place. And you can see it will automatically want to set itself up in the right position. If it doesn't, just flip them over. Like sometimes they will flip to the middle. You always want these guys flipped to the other side. So we're set to go. So now, this section here is the clasp, where the clasp goes. So we're just going to add 6 seed beads to that, and then we're going to move on to the rest of the bracelet. And then we'll come back to that and we'll use this to put it together. Okay, so we've got 6. I don't know if it's 6 or, yeah, 6 is all you need. And then you go up through the bottom of your outer hole next to your stop bead. Pull that through. And that's what you have so far. So now what you need to do is go through the picot here. And I do it in 2. Sometimes it goes through all 3, but there's no point bending your needle. So you go through that third one. You're going to go through the hole. You can also go through that seed bead and through the next ginkgo. like that. Because now we're going to step over. Normally I say step up, but this is a step over with Ginkgo beads. Okay, so that's what you have so far. So you're going to take your thread and you're going to go to the second hole. Bring it down. And we're going to start the whole process again. So we started by adding a outside color Ginkgo with 3 seed beads. So that's what we're going to do. I'll just put that down so you can see. So we need a seed bead. So you always add seed beads in between. Let me move these over to the other side. Just want to keep that. I find it's helpful to cement the design in your head. So seed bead, you're going to go through the bottom of the outside Ginkgo color. Flip it like that. Now we're going to add 3 seed beads. We're going to create this little picot color. That through the top of the second hole. And pull it so everything tightens up. Like that. Okay, so now we're going to add the next 3 beads. So again, we're going to put a seed bead there. We're going to go through the bottom of the pink seed bead and then through the top of a pink dot, a seed bead, and then through the bottom of a purple, and we're going to add 3 seed beads. So I'll show you what we have. So you have a seed bead up through the bottom of the pink, seed bead up through the top of a pink, a seed bead up through the bottom of the purple, and then 3 seed beads. And I apologize if this sounds very kind of repetitive, but I think it helps to kind of cement things. So let me just move this all and set it up. So this is what you have so far. This needs to flip that way because we're going to attach it to this one. So we're coming out of this seed bead, the 3 seed beads here. We're going to go through the top of the purple. We're going to pull everything snug like that. There. We need a seed bead. Then we're going to go through the bottom of the pink, and that's going to attach it. And I do find that these get twisted sometimes. There we go. Oh, behave. Once you get the hang of what you're doing and you get a little bit of the bracelet behind you, it starts to come together a little easier. Okay, so we're picking up a seed bead. We're coming out of this top of the Ginkgo, the pink one, and we're going to go through the top of the other one. Just hold everything there and tighten everything. Okay, so now we're going to go through, show you the path we're going to take. So we're going to go through this seed bead, through this Ginkgo, through these 3 seed beads, down the next hole, through this 11-0, and then through this hole, or through this Ginkgo only, because we're going to step over and we're going to start all over. So let me see if I can do that while holding it. Let's get that through those holes there. Okay. This is going to be really cute, all the pink. So through your seed beads on top of that outer purple one. And like I said, takes going through 2 beads at a time. Go through this. Now we can go through everything here. Like that. And pull it snug. And now we're going to step over. So we're coming out of this hole. We're going to go into the next hole. Like that. And everything's snug. So let's try this one more time and then I'll show you the next few steps. So we're going to need a seed bead, go through the bottom of the purple, a seed bead, go through the bottom of the pink, a seed bead, through the top of the pink, seed bead, through the bottom of the purple. So that's what you have so far. And we're going to add 3 seed beads. 1, 2, 3 seed beads, and pull all that down there. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I skipped a step. So let's take this all off. I forgot we had to step over on this one. And you know what? When I was making the other bracelet, I kept making that mistake. So we'll just take this all off. We'll just set it here. It'll be waiting for us. There. So sorry for that mistake. It's amazing. I think I get excited, so I want to keep going to the next step. I skip steps. So we have our 3 seed beads on this purple. And you're going to go from the one hole to the next hole like that. There. Then we add a seed bead. Go through the bottom of the pink ginkgo. Pick up a seed bead. Go through the top of the next. Pick up seed bead. Go through the bottom of the purple. So this is what you have so far. Okay. Then pick up 3 seed beads. So the first step of this kind of circle thing is the outside ginkgo with the 3 beads. Stepping over, then adding all of these. So take those down. And so now we are going to attach this to this. So let's flip that one over. And these guys will flip the other way too, like that, in case you're wondering. Okay, so let's go through the next hole here. And a seed bead. And join the purple, minus the cat hair, join the purple to the pink, that, to complete the circle. That. You can see we're missing a seed bead there. So if you look at this one, there's a seed bead on each hole. So let's pick up a seed bead and complete this one and go through as many things as you can. So I'm going through the Ginkgo, the seed bead, the next Ginkgo, coming out that hole. Pull your thread, and that's what you have. So then you're going to go through these 3 here. And down through this, the Ginkgo, the seed bead, and the next Ginkgo. And that's it, because we're going to step over. So that is the design. So you just keep doing these circles. And you see they kind of like spread out, but once you get the next set on, it closes it up a bit and tightens everything. So let me show you how to add the seed beads to this. So for this purpose, I'm going to go up through here to show you rather than adding another bit. So we're going to go through here. Now, if this was the end of your bracelet, I would come out this seed bead, and I'll do it now to show you. So if this was the end, you would come through this one. And add, we'll try 3. I think that's what I put on the other one. And this is up to you too, this part here. If you know, if you put 3 beads or 4 beads. So coming out of this seed bead here, we're going to go through the seed beads up top. So you see how it rounds it off. So yeah, you could probably put another seed bead in there. So again, like I said, it's up to you. Okay, so come through here. This last one. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add 5 seed beads. And this is the one that I was saying that I thought maybe they had too many beads. So I'm wondering if I should, I'll show you the 5 first, and then we'll try it with just 4. So you're going to go through this seed bead here. So you're going to attach, you're coming out of this one on this side, and you're going to go through this one, but you're going to go through this Ginkgo as well, like that. Okay, so it looks kind of weird, but that's okay. Don't worry, it'll settle down. Settle down. Okay, so now we're coming out of this Ginkgo on this hole here. We're going to go into this hole. And you're going to go through the seed bead too. You're going to grab that seed bead. Like that. Okay. Pull it through. Now you're going to pick up 2 seed beads. So it's always 5 and 2 for this part. Okay, so now I have 2 seed beads. I'm coming out of this one here. We're going to look at this one. So you have your 1 seed bead here. You're going to go up 1 and 2, and then to the third one is going to be a combined one, and that's going to create your little crisscross. So like that. And you see what I mean? There's a bit of space there. So I'm wondering if maybe 4 beads would be better. Now we're going to pick up 2 seed beads. Okay. We are coming out of this joint one here. And we're going to go into these guys here, these 3. And pull it snug. And that's what you get for the design. So this next one, let's try 4 and see if it does better. So That's the third bead that I didn't go through. Okay, so let's pick up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go through this seed bead and through the ginkgo, like that. Okay, just going to turn this, make it easier. So coming out of this side, we're going to go into the other side and through that seed bead. Pull through. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, so let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like it. Did I take 5 by accident? I did too. So let's go back and correct that. Yeah, I took 5. Why didn't you guys tell me? Emma, you said 4. I hope I don't cross my threads. Oh, lovely. That never happens to me. I always cross my thread, so I'm just taking that one off. And let's try this again. So coming in here, we're going to go in through this seed bead and through that ginkgo hole. Just going to turn my work around. That I can tell already it's looking a little better. So through the ginkgo hole on the other side, plus the seed bead. Okay. So now I think we want to take this seed bead and attach it as our common. So we're going to add 1 seed bead here, then go through this common one. Yeah, this might do it. I don't know. We'll see. So now we add 2 seed beads. And through that last one. So that's, that's just a matter of the size of the beads. So the Tohos, so it looks a little, it's hard to say. Oh, sorry. It's hard to say if 4 or 5 is better at this point. We can try it on, oh, the blue one has smaller beads. Yeah, so that's a matter of choice for you. But the original design suggested 5 seed beads and then 2 with the common one. And this is what it looked like. So I think the idea was that these would be a little more snug. And, you can go through these. Let me see how much thread I have here. Oh, there's lots on that side. So you could actually go through and grab these beads and snug them in to your ginkgo from the lower hole. But I think it's fine like this. So let's go ahead and add. I'm annoyed. I feel like I need to take this off, and I did a lot of work on this, but then it'll mess up my finishing. So just for the sake of the video, I will do it, add it, and I'll have to repair it after. So let's take this thread. So I hope that was clear. Let me know. It's hard sometimes to do a design without doing the whole thing. And let me know if that helps to just show a few times and then go through. If not, I will definitely redo it and do it full length. So feel free to request it. Okay, so I am gonna come. Oh, you know, I was gonna sew my clasp in, but it occurred to me I'm using jump rings, so I don't need to. I don't need this thread. So let's just go ahead. That's all we do is add jump rings. I don't normally like to add jump rings to my beads because I find that if the jump ring doesn't close completely, the thread comes through and you lose your bracelet. So let's get some small jump rings. And add these guys. Let's use these nice gold ones. So open that up. That. And we'll put the clasp on that. And so you can see I made a little loop at the end of this. I think it's called brick stitch. Like that. There. Now let's do the other side. So this one here, you can just add it to this part here. And where's the clasp? And just remember too, depending on, I guess both, it's the same on both sides, so you can put it on your clasp both ways. Like that. Oh, this is this is amazing. Let me open this up a bit. Move those guys. And there is your bracelet. So you would just weave your threads in with that. And I'm not going to do it just because I'm going to take this section off and I don't want to see how that looks. This is really pretty. Look at that. Amazing. Ta-da. I'll try and show it for a while because you can see the pattern. I do that because there's times when I do watch bracelet tutorials and they go by so quick and I'm like, oh, and I'm trying to pause it at the right spot. So you can see how so I added one in the middle. I would probably recommend doing the same on that side, but you don't have to. So I could have, you know, taken this one off and just did straight across with the beads again and attached it. And I might end up doing that just so that it's not too big, because this is getting into the 8-inch size. So definitely take a look at your wrist size as you're putting your ginkgos on before you do your first pass to make sure that it's the width that you want. And then don't forget to add the amount for your clasp. So, because this should fit, I mean, it can be loose, but you want it to sit on your skin. So let me, you see how big this is, eh? So you kind of want it to sit. But I have really, really tiny wrists, so it's pretty. That one. And that one. And I mean, you could leave it like this without adding the other beads. I think it looks amazing. And then there's the pink. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh. So there you go. I hope that was helpful. And again, let me know if you want the full tutorial. Absolutely, I'll do it. I just sometimes feel like I'm boring people. And I know that's not the case. So I appreciate all of the wonderful support that everybody gives me. But yeah, every once in a while I'm like, oh, and maybe they don't want to see the whole thing. So, of course, as I go and do the rest of the bracelet, I usually end up telling stories, so then it's interesting. So who knows? Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.